What's up, ladies and gents? Today's video, VEDA Day 12. Um, Today I'm going to get a little bit more serious. This was prompted basically because of the news from, today's loss, or when this video is posted, yesterday's loss, but still nonetheless. Robin Williams had passed away. The reports right now are saying they believe it's suicide. I just gotta say, incredibly sad. So many reasons. I've always looked up to Robin Williams. He's always been one of my favorite comedic actors, and for a lot of different reasons. He has been public in the past about suffering from depression, and having to deal with that stuff, and he's inspired a lot of people that also suffer from depression, and because of that, him as a person became more relatable to me. Growing up, I've suffered from depression my entire life, since before I can remember, really, because that's when they say it started for me. I could list all the movies of his that I loved, and I love most of them. And there's probably some that I have not seen, but I've been a fan for a very long time. Even the more darker ones, or the ones that people weren't as big of fans of, I still enjoyed his movies. But the fact of him being able to make me laugh and make people laugh across the world for generations, is incredible. So for me personally, this loss is incredibly, incredibly sad. It's really bringing me down, and I'm trying to not, because I didn't know him personally, but the fact of the matter is that his impact in this world, through his art, has touched a lot of people, and I am one of those people. I said in the previous vlog that I wanted to discuss things that could help other people can relate to and not feel so alone. He was one of those reasons why I didn't feel as much alone, because he was kind of public about his depression in the past, and that he struggled with it, and to know that somebody like him dealt with the same issues during that time was just very helpful. It made me enjoy him even more. So when I was young and suffering from depression and whatnot, feeling alone, he was able to help me feel less alone. I say that because when I was really young, I acted out a lot, and nobody could understand why. And I was misdiagnosed, and people were just like, oh no, he's hyperactive, he's this, he's that. When I finally was really diagnosed and really evaluated by a psychiatrist, they realized that I was severely depressed, and the reason why I acted out when I was young was because I was so young. I didn't know how to deal with those kind of emotions. I didn't understand it, which I didn't, and it made more sense as I got older, because I remember acting and reacting certain ways and not knowing why. And when they told me as I got older, it was because you had all these really deep-seated emotions of depression, and you had no idea. You didn't know how to comprehend that. You didn't know how to deal with that stuff. You were too young. And I still deal with it to this day. It's easier for me now because of all of the trials and tribulations that I've gone through in my life. But these are reasons why I've wanted to reach out and make discussions and discuss topics based around these kind of things, because people do feel alone and people need somebody. And it makes me sad with Robin Williams, because if he did indeed commit suicide, it's sad because he struggled for so long, and in the end he may have needed somebody to be there, and he just maybe didn't have that outlet. And I want to be that outlet for people if I can be. because I know what it's like. I've dealt with it my whole life. I know what it's like to have clouds hanging over you all the time in this world. He's not the only actor or entertainer that has been open about depression, but for me personally, growing up, when I heard that and made that realization about him, um, during that time frame of my life, it was helpful, and I think that's kind of why um, his death right now is really bringing me down. And I just felt it very necessary to record this video and put it out there because depression is a real thing. It's very serious, and it's important to be able to have people to turn to. And if you don't, at least being given the opportunity to be pointed in the right direction to where to get support. Now, I'm no counselor, I'm no therapist, but I know I've been through it, and I could share stories. I can relate to other people in this scenario. But it's something that people struggle with all the time. And we can't forget how powerful human emotion is and how it can affect our mental stability. So, you know, if you have friends or loved ones that suffer from depression, make sure to always give them your love whenever you have the opportunity. I don't know. It's important. It's important to make sure that people don't feel alone and that people feel cared and loved for, even when they themselves don't believe it. Don't give up on them. Anyway, this is a tough one, so I'm gonna end it there. Please feel free to leave comments. But yeah, until the next video. See you guys later.